We are going to go through a progression for bridging exercises. So we want to be laying flat on a table if you have it, or on the floor, because we want a fairly firm surface under our shoulders and under our feet. My knees are going to be bent. You can play around with how far your knees are bent. We're going to get slightly different activation with our feet out further versus if they're in close. And I want my whole foot active on the ground. So I'm going to get a little bit of core engagement. We're not going wild here, but we do want to get a little bit of a brace. So I need to start by pulling my ribs down and creating a little bit of abdominal tension, but gentle enough that I can still converse. I don't feel like I have to hold my breath. Whole foot's going to make contact with the floor. I'm going to squeeze my glutes. And then what I want to do is lift all of my torso. My hips are what's hinging. My spine isn't what's moving, okay? So my ribs are pulled down, my abs are engaged. This now all moves as a segment. Feet are engaged with the floor. I squeeze my glutes. I'm gonna lift up, getting a good squeeze at the top and back down. We're gonna keep that engagement and do multiple reps up and down. If I don't have that much knee flexion and my feet are out further, I'm still able to get a bridge. I'm just gonna feel a little bit more hamstring involvement, which is okay. We just might need to be mindful if you start to feel like they're cramping. If I go up on my heels, same thing, I'm gonna get a little bit more hamstring involvement versus being on my toes. So ideally, we want whole foot active, even weight across my ball, and my heel and my toes are participating. And my torso moves as one unit. My hips are the only thing that are hinging. We can add a little bit more glute and hip activation by putting a mini band around our knees. All of our other setup is the same. I'm gonna create a little bit of an outward push into this band and use it to cue me to keep that outward push the whole time. Abs are a little bit active, squeeze my glutes. We're still gonna complete our reps, but we're gonna get a little bit more glute activation with the band, and it's gonna help remind us not to let our knees collapse in towards each other. We are going to add a dumbbell to our hips so that we can increase the effort and the aggressiveness. So my recommendation is to get a towel to help cushion the front of your hip bones. Lay on your side, hold the dumbbell in place, and then roll onto your back so that we don't put your shoulder or your neck in a weird position trying to twist the dumbbell. So it's going to sit right on top of my hip bones, right on top of my pelvis. I'm gonna hold it in place so that when I bridge, it doesn't roll up and hit me in the chin. All the other rules are the same. Whole foot engaged in the table, little bit of activation here, squeeze my glutes, and then we're gonna lift. So we can incrementally increase the weight of this dumbbell to allow us to start driving more force and more load tolerance through our glutes as we progress into further activities.